Hey there, international career seekers. This is Dahlia, helping professionals to land the careers that they want so that they can live lives of freedom, doing the kind of contribution they want to be making, and to live in a way that they're feeling energetic every single day. And so that is why today I wanted to talk to you about how to have more energy every single day. So if you're there, if you're online and you can see me and if you can hear me, because sometimes the sound doesn't work, let me know. And if not, then I obviously have to adjust something. So just let me know if you're there, give me a wave, and then we'll get started. So yeah, basically, why I wanted to talk about energy is because I've been talking to a lot of professionals, and what I'm noticing is that a lot of people, you know, they're these great people, they have some really great ideas about the kinds of missions they want to be contributing, they have a lot inside them that they want to share, and they're really positive people, but they're not showing up with that kind of energy in their day-to-day lives. So, you know, a lot of people out there, they're feeling very drained. They're feeling like their work is not really being valued, like they're capable of doing a lot more than what they're doing right now, that they're being just, you know, always under pressure, always delivering not the type of work that they want to be delivering, just feeling like they're capable of so much more, and often being overworked, but without getting the kind of rewards for that or getting the recognition for that. A lot of people are just stuck in their plan Bs, so they're not necessarily doing work that makes them feel fulfilled and that gives them that energy. And so at the end of the day, there are a lot of people that are feeling really, really drained. That is one word I hear a lot from you guys. I'm just drained. And sometimes you're feeling drained because you just work really long hours. You literally have no time for your personal life. It's just long hours. Everything is about work. Some of you are bringing work home on the weekends as well, in the evenings. Some of you have a pretty normal work schedule. However, the hours that you spend at work are so draining that you're spending your evenings and your weekends just in recovery mode from work. So some of you guys have told me that you have these amazing hobbies that you used to love to do. I've heard from people who say they used to love dancing, they used to love to do art, they used to love to write, they used to love to hang out with their friends, and now they just, either they don't have time for that, or even if they have the time, they don't have the energy for any of those things because they're always in that constant recovery mode from work. And so I know that lack of energy is a really, really big issue for a lot of professionals these days. And it's becoming so normalized that this is worrisome, right? Like, it's so normal, or it's considered to be normal, when you meet someone and you say, "How are you?" and they say, "Oh, just so busy, so tired, you know, just recovering," and that kind of thing. And I know in the offices where I've worked, I remember people would come back from holidays, sometimes from the December holidays or even from summer holidays, and people would say, "Oh, how was your holiday?" and they would say, "I was sick the whole time and I just got better towards the end of my holiday and now I'm back to work," right? So again, it's that recovery mode that you're working and then you spend your time off work recovering from work, and then you're back to work from then back to work again. And this has become so normalized that a lot of people don't even realize that they're spending their lives like this, and that this is probably not the way most people envisioned their dream lives being, right? But I guess a lot of people are just accepting it because they feel like that's what everyone else is doing and that's what we're all supposed to do. We're all supposed to be overworked, missing out on energy. You know, that is the life of an adult. You're not supposed to have energy. Energy is something for kids, right? When you look at kids, you see them running around, you almost want to tell them to calm down. They have too much energy, but adults are supposed to be overworked and tired. And I think one of the biggest warning signs for having a job that is draining your energy is when people start getting really into self-care. And I talked a bit about kind of the sabotage of self-care before in a previous video. And just to be clear, I'm not saying that self-care is a bad thing, but it is actually a warning sign that something is not going right in your career. So I've talked to a lot of people who get really into meditation, into yoga, you know, into bubble baths, or into, okay, I should be reading before bed to calm myself down, to take time out for myself. And people are always saying things like, oh yeah, I really need to light a candle, I really need to go for a walk, you know. And it's like the self-care becomes another task on their to-do list, because again, it's that recovery mode. They want to do the self-care to help them recover from how stressful their everyday life is. And so self-care can be a great thing, but it can be a much, much better thing when self-care is not just about recovering from your everyday life, when you can actually use self-care as, you know, just you do your work, you enjoy your work, you have energy, you do your work with energy. And then if you want to go do yoga or meditation, that's another part of your life. It's something else that really gives you a different perspective, that grows you in another way, but without necessarily you doing yoga specifically so that you can recover from your lack of energy in your everyday life. Because of course, no matter how much yoga people are doing, no matter how much meditation they're trying to do, when their job is draining all of their energy, it doesn't really work, right? Again, it's a band-aid to a problem. And it comes from that perception that that is how work is supposed to be, that work is something that's hard, that's draining, and that you need to recover from. And that's why we have the weekend, right? To be able to recover from our difficult work week, to give ourselves a break. And this is all wrong, okay? Work should give you energy. I'm not saying that it should still be, you know, challenging, of course, but that challenge should be a challenge that you're excited about and that gives you energy. Like for me, if I spend too much time not working and just hanging around, that drains me because it's not exciting. I don't feel myself growing. And then when I find that balance between, you know, maybe doing something that is not work related, like if I do yoga or meditation, that's great too, but it's not like it's done to recover from my work. And so, does that make sense, you guys? The difference between using those things as recovery and just doing them because they are bringing you a different perspective and they're growing you in a different way than maybe your work does? Because I really think this has been so ingrained in us that there's work and then recovery from work. And it just doesn't have to be like that. And if you want kind of proof of this, if you guys haven't seen it yet, you should really go and watch the interview I did with Amy Brooks. And what happened with her is that she went through, you know, the 8-week program that I do with my clients, the Accelerate Your Ambitions program. And after those 8 weeks, she had transformed into a different person and her energy was completely different. And when we got on our first call together, so when we did a career roadmap session together before those 8 weeks, to determine if she was a good fit for the program, she was always a very positive person, right? Just like I know most of you guys who are here in the group, you're very positive people, and you act very positive and all that kind of thing. However, despite how positive many people are, they're not operating at the same level of energy at all that they would have if the work they were doing was truly fulfilling and if they could be really excited about their work every single day. And most people, unfortunately, have not gotten to experience work that they are truly passionate about and work that they just absolutely love to do and can look forward to, and work that actually gives them energy because it grows them. And they can see their contribution, right? That is something that gives you energy. And when you haven't experienced that, you don't have anything to compare your current state to. So you kind of think that this is just your normal personality, when actually it's not. And everyone around you can feel your energy. And I know a lot of people, a lot of professionals are going around right now trying to fake it. So they're going around right now, you know, trying to be nice to everyone, trying to act positive and all this kind of thing. But inside, they're drained and they're not happy and they're putting one foot in front of the other every single day. They're kind of going, all right, well, it's just Wednesday. It's not a special day, right? So I just get through the day. This is not the day to try to, you know, be at on my A game, to feel upbeat and all that kind of stuff. It's just Wednesday. It's fine. And every single day is a gift, okay? You don't need to say today's Wednesday, it doesn't count. Today's Monday, it doesn't count. I just need to get through this day. I just need to get through this week. If you are saying things like that, or if you're ever thinking things like that, this is serious. I mean, this is your life. You should not be treating your life like, I just have to get through this. I just have to get through this month. I just have to get through this day. I just have to get through this hour, and then it'll be lunch break, and then it'll be coffee break, and then it'll be the end of the day, and then I can go home and recover until the next day. This is so awful, especially for you guys who are here, who have these amazing talents and amazing missions that you want to be bringing to the world, right? You should not be people who are living this way, and you don't have to be. But I think there's this kind of myth that's been fed to a lot of us in society that work is just supposed to be hard, supposed to be draining, and you should just be lucky if you even have a job, which is okay, right? And some of you have pretty good jobs, so you feel like, all right, I should just be happy with what I have. I'm lucky to have this. And you know, it's not about luck. You make your own luck. You create what you want to create. And so this is what I'm finding with my clients, that they start off, you know, they start off here. They're amazing people when they start, and a lot of them are very successful people, even in the beginning of the program, right? And then as they go through the program, something shifts, and then it's like they transform into a different person. And so it's really hard to explain this until you experience it for yourself. But if you watch Amy Brooks's interview, you might get a bit of an idea about what that transformation kind of looks like. Basically, Amy was, you know, acting positive, very supportive of her friends and family, that kind of thing. But when she graduated through the program, she realized, wow, now everyone is commenting on my energy, everyone's commenting how much happier I look, and everyone else is also becoming more, is becoming happier, and everyone is getting inspired by her being inspired, and everyone else in her circle is also starting to upgrade their lives because she has as well. And so everyone else around her has more hope for themselves and is aiming higher because that's what she did. And so, you know, often we tell ourselves, well, I'm not feeling that amazing about my life, but so what? You know, who am I to think that I need to feel amazing every single day, right? It's okay to not feel amazing all the time. That's okay. And we just give ourselves permission to not feel okay. And then every day we don't really feel that great. And then we're just kind of feeling drained all the time. But we think, well, you know, I have other priorities right now besides trying to, you know, have more energy and this kind of thing. I just need to get this meeting done. I just need to get that next project. I just need to take care of my kids or take care of my family. They're the priority right now. My own energy, you know, isn't so much the priority. And it's very easy to just go through life like that. And then you never get to live as the person that you really could be with that higher level of energy where you're excited about every single day. And so I'd love to know from you guys, like, how excited, today's Tuesday, how excited are you about tomorrow, about whatever it is that you're doing on Wednesday? I know for me, Wednesday used to be my least favorite day of the week, and I used to tell myself, well, it's just Wednesday, whatever happens today, I don't care. Wednesday's my bad day or something like that, because it was like midweek, right? So I still had that thinking of I have to get through the week. I mean, it was so stupid. Now, one of my favorite days of the week is Monday, and also Tuesday, and also Wednesday, and Thursday, and Friday, right? And I do try to do different things on the weekend, like maybe during the week I'll spend a bit more time on the computer kind of thing. Weekend I'll do something different, but it's not to recover from my work. Both things give me energy, and it's not about recovering. So I hope that that difference kind of makes sense to you. Let me know. What do you do to try to recover? And how excited are you about your Wednesdays? Or are you telling yourself that it's just hump day, I just need to get through the week, and that kind of thing? And what I would really like to examine with you is, how are you showing up, right? Like, if you're really honest with yourself, what is your energy level like on a day-to-day basis? So I'm not gonna, maybe you guys thought when you saw the title of this video that it was gonna be like tips and tricks to drink more water, sleep better, like that kind of thing, to have more energy. And all of that stuff is important, of course, but it also comes back to the fact that so many people are always looking for these tips and tricks. You know, what pill can I take to have more energy? What kind of bulletproof coffee can I drink to get, you know, get through the day? And when it comes down to it, a lot of people are not fixing the fundamental problem, which is that they're just not living up to the fullest potential that they could be living up to. And when inside you know that you're capable of a lot more, and then you're not living in that way, that is the biggest energy drain that there is out there. When you are living really in a way that you're growing and you're contributing and you are really, really passionate about the work that you're doing, and you've chosen that work, you've chosen that mission yourself, you're not just accepting whatever job you were able to get or whatever you think is just what's possible for you. When you've really chosen that path and you're on it and you're contributing to it, that is where you're going to find this whole new level of energy, and that's where you really become a whole different person. I mean, it's still you, right? It was there all along, but you're going to be showing up as a completely different person. And that's where everyone around you starts to notice, and they say, wow, you've changed, you know, you're so much happier, you're glowing, you're really inspiring us as well. And the impact you can make on people is so much more positive and so much bigger when you're functioning from that state and you're making that contribution, compared to when you're in this low energy state and you're just, you know, trying to do everything and get through the day. And of course you think you're supporting the people around you, but really with that kind of energy level, you're not. You really need to take, like, the best way you can take care of other people is by making sure you're taking care of yourself, right? So it does have that ripple effect, and this is the most amazing thing I've seen with my clients, that ripple effect, that once they finally take the decision to take care of themselves and their own contribution and to make sure they're living at that higher level, how much that affects all of the people around them. And this is one of those things, again, that sounds kind of too good to be true, kind of wishy-washy, kind of like just too much like the typical stuff we hear, that do good onto others and then, you know, you're gonna get the benefit. But when you see it in practice, it's so amazing. And to see you do it with yourself, when you increase your energy and you're really happy, and then you start to see what that does to all of the people around you, and then all the people around them, and you get that ripple effect, and then you're going, wow, you know, I am truly making a difference in the world, just by increasing my energy levels, and just by having a purpose, and just by doing everything that I was capable of doing all along and actually making that happen. But it does all come down to that first decision about deciding, okay, you know, my energy is not where I want it to be. My career is not fulfilling me as I would like it to. Maybe it did in the past, but at the moment, this is not serving me anymore. I want to change, I want to transform, I want to be that inspiration, and I want to be living at my best and get back to what I'm really capable of and make that happen. And then once you make that decision, you can start recreating your career and getting to that level. But if you're still in that putting it off mode, in that mode of, well, I'm too busy today, I'm too busy tomorrow, maybe things are going to change on their own, maybe I can keep, you know, watching some webinars or asking some different people for some advice, and maybe someone will tell me something that changes everything. That's not going to happen. You really need to make that decision, that it's just that recognition that you have more inside of you, you have more to offer, and you are going to start on that mission right now, not, you know, a year from now or some months from now or whatever that is. So if you guys are not really looking forward to Wednesday tomorrow, or to your weekday, or you're still telling yourself, oh, that's just hump day, it's fine if I'm tired and low energy, or you're finding like right now as you're watching this, you're just kind of sitting there in recovery mode and you've clicked on this video as like something to look at because you're recovering from work, then please do yourself a favor and book a career roadmap session with me and my team, because this is the session where we get together, we really look at what is going on right now in your career, what's going on with your energy levels, is all of that's going on really due to your career, and is fixing those problems going to really be the thing that helps you to move ahead and get yourself to that next level. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna create a game plan. So we're gonna get clear on what is stopping you from getting to that next level, what's not working, in terms of getting you to the kind of career that you would like to have, and in terms of feeling as you would like to be feeling. And then if we can help you with that, we're going to tell you and explain to you what the next steps are if you want to get into the AYA program, so that you can get that career that you want, even if it seems really impossible right now and you think you need to stay where you are right now because what you really want is just not realistic. You know, we'll talk about that. We'll see what's realistic, what we can do. And you guys would be really, really surprised at the person that you have inside of you that would love to come out and make that contribution if you would just decide to make that happen. If you would just decide to basically to put aside excuses, right? A lot of stuff, we don't like to call them excuses. They seem very valid, right? Things like, it's just not a good time right now, this person's sick, that person is sick, I have a review coming up, I have a big project coming up, all these kinds of things. If it's getting in the way of your energy levels and showing up as the person you could be showing up as, it is an excuse that your brain kind of just gives you to make you stay where you are and to keep you playing small. And so you can decide to drop all those excuses. Like my clients, trust me, they have tons of reasons not to do the program and not to move forward right now. I mean, you know, everyone's reasons sound great, right? Like I've had clients who have families who are in surgery at, you know, when they do the program. I have clients who have no experience or contacts, so they're worried that that is a reason why they can't move forward. Or they're already very successful and they have this amazing comfort zone, and so they're really worried about losing that. And what differentiates themselves from everyone else who also has a lot of, you know, really big excuses, like really great reasons, right, why not to move forward in their careers, is that they just decide that they're not going to let those things stop them. And then, you know, that's why those are the people who get really successful and they do get the lives they want, they do get those jobs that they want, and the other people who hold on to those excuses like a kind of comfort blanket or sometimes like a badge of honor, or, you know, they stay where they are. And so everyone has lots and lots of obstacles and challenges and stuff like that, but ultimately it's about that decision to be playing your A game every single day, right? Not just playing your A game once a year or once in a while, or maybe next year when you start a new job, right? To always be in that A game mentality. So if you guys are thinking that you are feeling drained, that your career is not bringing you the kind of joy that you would want it to bring you in your ideal life, then definitely book a career roadmap session, and then I or a member of my team is going to get on a call with you and really look at what is going on and what specifically is stopping you from getting what you want. And if you're ready to accept that you deserve to get what you want, then we can discuss, you know, what are those specific things that you're going to have to do in order to be able to get there. So there you go, guys. Lovely seeing you. I've seen some of your faces popping up here again. So let me know in the comments, what is your opinion about Wednesdays and Mondays and weekdays? And do you ever find yourself in recovery mode from your job? What do you do to try to recover? Like, how much does your job drain your energy? How much do you feel like you are in recovery mode? I'd love to hear more about that and see how I can support you in that and in just getting your energy back. And as always, let me know if you have any other questions, or sorry, if you have any ideas for what you'd like to see in the next video, if you need any other kinds of insights or advice. I talked to hundreds of professionals, so, you know, I've pretty much seen it all when it comes to different professional situations. So if you have something specific you'd like to ask me, just feel free to send me a message, and we'll talk about it. All right, guys, lovely seeing you again, and we'll speak soon. Bye.